So before we make our fillings or anything like that, we're going to need to put our rice on. Just put an equal amount of sushi rice and water into a rice cooker, watch until the water runs clear, and just turn it on. While the rice is cooking, we're going to prepare each and every one of our fillings. I'm going to start off with the tuna mayo, which is just a Japanese mayo with sashimi grade tuna, or you can just do canned tuna with normal mayonnaise. And that's all there really is to it. So next we're going to do a bit of a weird, I guess, type of filling. It's not very common, at least not from what I've seen. It's going to be Bonito flakes. I'm also using dried tuna, and we're going to mix it up with brown sugar, mirin, and soy sauce to get this kind of dried fish filling. We're going to put it in the microwave for 1 minute on the 6th power level, and the filling is done. Now we're going to prepare the seasoning for the Korean rice balls. We're going to start with some roasted seaweed, and we're just going to crush that into little bits and pieces, almost into a powder. And we're going to add sesame seed, sugar, and salt to that. Now it's time to make the meat filling for the Korean rice balls. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, half a tablespoon of gochujang, grate in some ginger and garlic, mix everything up, and you are done. Even if you don't make the rice balls, please make this sauce and make the meat filling and just have it with some rice. It's one of the best things I've ever tasted in my entire life. So we're going to put our ground beef onto a hot pan with some neutral tasting oil and just break that up with a spatula or whatever you have into small bits and pieces. Once the meat is about 80 to 90% of the way there, we're going to add in our sauce, and we're going to mix that up to make sure all of the beef is coated with the sauce. As you can see, or maybe not see, I don't know, there's a lot of fat here, and we want to get rid of that. Or if you don't have to. Just strain it, and your meat filling is done. By now my rice was finished cooking, so I just added some rice vinegar and a little bit of sugar to it, and I just mixed it up all the way until everything was completely incorporated. Optionally, you can grate in some carrot for some color in the Korean rice balls. It is traditional as well, and it does help with the flavor. You're going to add that to the rice, you're going to add some sesame oil, and mix it all the way through. Make sure to have water nearby and available so that you can constantly wet your hands, because the rice will stick to you badly. Make a small mound of rice in your hand, flatten it out, and spoon some filling right into the center of the rice. Use the remaining rice to cover up the filling and make a nice rice ball. Roll your rice ball around in the seasoning we made from earlier and tightly pack it into a circle, and that's basically all there is to the Korean rice balls. So as for the Japanese onigiri, you're going to spoon in your tuna mayo from earlier into the center of the rice, and same procedure, you're just going to cover it up, but this time you're not seasoning the rice itself with a seaweed seasoning or with any sesame oil. You're just covering the filling with the rice. Take a sheet of nori, break it in half, and wrap it around your rice ball. It helps to shape the rice into a triangle, as it is also traditional for the nori to actually wrap around the rice, so when you're shaping the rice, make sure to make it into a triangle. Make a second onigiri using your other filling from earlier, the dried fish one, and same exact procedure. Take the rice, wrap it around the filling, make it into a triangle, and wrap the nori around your rice ball. Now it's time to make people cry by putting the Japanese and Korean rice balls right next to each other on the same plate. If you did everything right, your final product should look like this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.